We're back. What's up, everybody? It's the only video I've made for the week. It's Friday, beautiful Friday, November the 15th, pretty sure. Yeah, right on. Friday, pretty sure. Anyway, yeah, just being consistent, saying what's up, everybody. You know, I haven't really. I've really just been working on my my writing a lot lately, comedy-wise, and I got that really big show next Thursday in 6 days at the Arlington Improv. I'm super excited to do it, and it will, without a doubt, be the best show to date that I've done. It'll be pretty much new material, and one of the things that I've really been working on. So here's the thing: if I have 10 minutes of material, which I do for this set, I'm actually going to call to ask to get like a couple more minutes. But anyway, at first what I was doing was I was trying to like not squeeze all the juice out of each joke on purpose, because I was going to talk about like 5 different topics pretty much like every couple minutes. I mean, approximately, just approximate talk, right? In the course of 10 minutes. The only problem with that is when I started doing 15-minute sets and maybe like a 20-minute set or something like that, like my jokes were too short and I had to memorize them in different ways. So that's kind of like saying like memorize something one way but only 50%, and on this occasion I memorized it 100%. I'm not doing that anymore, and here's the reason why. And the best way that I can, I know I'm jumping straight into it, but anyway, in my opinion, and this is what I'm doing, I am taglining the shit out of all of my jokes. And a tagline, I'm sure everybody knows, but I'll just say it's basically something that kind of tears off of that joke. It's like an added detail. That's probably a bad way of saying it, but basically, all right? And then you keep on adding other, if I was going to do multiple examples of the exact thing and everyone was funny, those could be all taglines or additional like strands and layers of the joke without changing topic. And I'm memorizing it just one way from now on. And the reason why is because I could use 100% of that joke, and then when I move on to my next joke, it'll be fewer topics, but more detailed, funnier, and I'll start the joke from beginning to end. So from now on, I'm not starting jokes unless I have enough time to finish them, which is really good. And that's the way I should have been doing it. But again, always improving, truthfully. And I'm always getting better. But that's been my main focus is, yeah, just going through my stuff and kind of redoing everything. Not necessarily redoing, but just figuring out ways to make stuff tighter, or even better, or add taglines onto it and reevaluate my material. You know, I always think it's important to reevaluate what you're doing, because in all honesty, you could be doing it better. The only time an evaluation is usually done on work that you do is under one of two circumstances. One, somebody else is looking at your work and they get a fresh set, you know, like they get a fresh look at whatever you're doing. 2, self-evaluation, which I put ahead of number 1, the first one I said it's more important, because that gives you the opportunity to not have to wait on somebody. You see, in comedy, you're only as good as you make yourself, and I don't necessarily care what other people's, I don't want to say suggestions, but I'm saying, you know, that there's a saying or phrase where it basically has to do with like you take too many people's opinion, and it's no longer yours, or something like that. I'm not ever going to do that. I don't want to be talking in circles, but this is what I'm getting at. Anytime that you really care about something more than anything else, and you want to make it better and better and better and better and better, you have to constantly be evaluating yourself before everybody else. Because I'm not saying it's bad to depend on other people, but you got to depend on yourself first. That's for everything in life, you know? So that's what I'm really working on now, is just evaluating all my information and all my jokes, and I'm running through them and I'm adding more stuff to it. And it's funny because when you get somebody thinking in a certain train of thought and you're adding detail to a joke, it's actually easier for those taglines to work, provided by the setup and the punchline were already funny as well. So I'm figuring out doing this, I'm getting more laughs per minute, and each joke is even funnier, and sometimes even the taglines are the best part of the joke, even more than the punchline. It's not always supposed to be like that, not necessarily. Like the big exclamation at the end of a sentence, but sometimes it is. So anyway, I'll wrap this up. Got some good news about my phone. I'm about to get it. Fucking excited. Oh gosh, I need a phone so bad. I'm actually, I don't want to say lucky, but I'm very fortunate that my phone is actually working today. I have a touch screen right now that doesn't really work when I touch it. I'll get like a phone call and I'll see my wife and I'll be like, oh shit, hope it's not important. And I'll just put it back down. Because when I touch it, it doesn't work. So it's not letting me answer calls. It's not letting me, it's a hot mess. And I'm ready to be done with it. So, but we're so close. Black Friday is right around the corner. Yeah, so that's all I got. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the only video of the week that I do. But like I said, I want to be consistent and make this video and pretty much just say what's been going on this last week. So, hope you like this. And as always, I'm Benja Welldone. Check me out on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, all at Benja, B-E-N-J-A, just short for Benjamin, and Welldone, like a good job, W-E-L-L-D-O-N-E. And last but not least, I'm gonna try to be doing like a Q&A for anybody that's listening out there. So anybody that's interested, definitely send me email to Benja, B-E-N-J-A, Welldone, W-E-L-L-D-O-N-E @gmail.com with any sort of now listen, this is comedy relief, comedic relief, whatever it's called. And you just send me a life question, and you might say, hey, who the heck is this guy? Well, I've been in more relationships than I care to discuss romantically, okay? I've had all sorts of jobs, been in the Army, had a few houses. I'm a pretty diverse guy, which is actually part of the key to my comedy. But with that being mentioned, you don't have anything to lose. And I'm telling you up front, if you got a question about anything in life, you email me, and at the end of the video, I will anonymously address who you are, followed by your question, and I will roast the shit out of your problem, dilemma, answer, or whatever. And then directly after that, I will give you some legit advice. But remember, I'm trying to make light of your situation, so I'm going to make fun of it, don't take it personal, and then I'm going to give you some legit advice. So I think it'll be a fun thing to do. So like I said again, that email is Benja, B-E-N-J-A, Welldone, W-E-L-L-D-O-N-E. Check me out. I'm out. Peace.